So if you guys don't know, the judge in Lil Durk's case has denied his bond. Okay, they after the federal prosecutors linked Durk to a 2022 killing, which again, 2022 is the year, according to the feds, Durk got all the get back he needed to get out of his system. Okay, well, maybe not all of it, because maybe Quando was about to go get clapped next because he escaped the first time, and, you know, rest in peace to his cousin. His cousin got killed. But 2022, allegedly, Durk had niggas slid for him to avenge the death of his brother, D-Thing, and of, obviously, King Von. Now, federal prosecutors unsealed a search warrant that announced that Durk is one of the subjects of this investigation that hasn't completely concluded, but it also kind of lends to the theory that he's about to get particularly more charges in a superseding indictment, or these charges here will just be a separate indictment that he has to face, okay, a separate murder for hire case. Now, after that was revealed in California court, keep in mind, let's just to break it down, he's charged in California court for Lil Pop's death, but for the guy who got killed that was related to his brother's death, that guy named Stephon Mack, and him dying, that's in Chicago. So it's federal court both places, but it's two different districts. One is a district that governs the California region, okay? And then the other one is the region that governs the Chicago region, okay? So that's essentially why the judge denied his bond. Because not only is he facing charges that, if he ever gets convicted, is mandatory life, they're showing how dangerous he is and how much, pretty much, he has to beat 2 life sentences. Like, yo, to put this in perspective, I want to put this in perspective. Granted, I want to compare it to a very popular case, even though this guy was accused of pulling the trigger in those cases. He got the Aaron Hernandez. Remember, Aaron Hernandez had a double murder, then another murder, but he had 2 murder cases that he was charged with. Durk is potentially about to get hit with another murder. And I get it, he didn't pull the trigger in either of them. But if, you know, this is the feds. You got, again, it's very unlikely that you beat both cases. And remember, it only takes one case for them to convict you. And if they convict you, you automatically get life. So he's definitely fighting an uphill battle. But I definitely believe that he probably realizes the next 2-3 years of his life is going to be going on. I'll tell you this. We, you know, the Academy, we're going to pledge some resources to cover this case a little bit more in depth, and that might include sending individuals. I ain't going. Well, actually, the first one's in California. Well, I'm not going. So we'll probably have someone in federal court to give us the details. Why? There's no cameras, so you won't see this like the YSL trial. So I think we're probably going to employ somebody, or, you know, have one of our correspondents like go there and really get vivid details of what's going on when that trial happens. But that's to come. All right. Anyway, it says the U.S. magistrate judge did deny Durk's bail at a lengthy hearing on Thursday afternoon that was attended by many of Durk's relatives and supporters. His attorney, Jonathan Brayman, told a Tribune. He says, "We're obviously disappointed, but we'll continue to fight on." Mr. Banks remains confident and optimistic about the future. He deeply appreciates the outpouring of love and support he's felt since his arrest. Okay? Now, I see a lot of people incorrectly reporting this, so I do want to make sure my wording on this is correct. There's not an indictment that got unsealed. It's an unsealed search warrant that a filing in a California case has referred to, but the search warrant comes out of Chicago dealing with the other case. That's all that happened. The 2 dudes that were charged with killing the guy who allegedly, supposedly was involved in the murder of D-Thing, they've been charged and they've been indicted. And that indictment hasn't been sealed. It's actually over a year old. Okay. All right. It's all good. All right. So he got denied. He offered pretty much 3.3 million. So it's 2.3 in property and then $1 million in cash from Sony. He did not get that. Let me see if the judge said anything. It appears. Okay. Yeah, it appears that. Yeah, the judge just denied it. I'll see if I could get Durk court hearing. I'm trying to see if I could get like any outside of court video. Usually sometimes you'll have like outlets out there and they'll show who went. I know his father is probably showing up to every hearing. I would imagine India is too, right? Outside court. Give me a second.
Rapper Los Angeles.
Okay, this doesn't show anything. Yeah, I just want to see if who was outside court. We do know at one of his earlier hearings, India Royale, who we now know as his wife, she did show up. So I was trying to see if I could figure out who else was in the building to witness or watch, what's up with Durk. Also, as this case kind of heats up, again, someone's going to be there to, give the details of like, how does Durk look? How does he, what is he doing? Right. But anyway, that's that. Okay. Let's get on to some more interesting news. Okay. So big news came out about